What you are talking about?
Okay, get caldo. You mix it with water. Exactly. Then no man's level. That's all.
But the way you are put your hair, it has the ropes. This is how you are going to feed it?
No, you have to loosen
Cut
the
them,
loops.
please.
You loosen the loops.
Because you have said you just put there, and we are getting the impression the cow must struggle on its own.
Not really. You don't untie it completely, but you loosen it.
Show us, because we want to see the reality.
Okay.
We no longer want puree to go.
Exactly. Now if it's like this, the cow will just pick it from here, using it. Yeah, it's not supposed to do it from this side. It's supposed to do the other side. And in this case, like this rack, it's suitable for like 4 cows. Like 2 the other side and 2 this side. And after
What makes you say it is suitable for 2?
Yeah, it's
why not 1?
This brass can be enough for 2 cows.
But is the head meant to go through those gaps or the tongue?
Yeah, it will use the muzzles.
The muzzle only?
Yeah, to pick the grass. And besides this, you need to put somewhere a water trough. Immediately, if the animal is from here, it gets somewhere and takes water.
Have you seen the animal eat today?
With horns. Yeah, it gives it hard time. This can be good for like exotic breeds.
But now the majority of the animals we want to develop here are local with the horns. So what do we need to modify on this technology?
So you may wonder what you are supposed to do once you put the hay there. You pull it and scatter it. And normally you put so many bales here. And then the sides here are made narrow such that the animal is able just to pick what it can eat. And normally when it's good grass, it is easy. This is very old and mature grass. So the animal just picks what it can eat without wastage. That's why we have made these slats. And this is just about the size of the mouth of the cow. Some of them have what a base which is white, like this, such that very many animals, you provide many of these for many animals. And they should contain a lot of enough hay for the day, because normally it's given in the morning and then in the afternoon.
Yeah, because my concern is feed about 10 animals.
Yes.
And they are going to consume in the range of 3.5, each one of them. And we have put it there.
Yes.
There are 10 animals. There is a possibility that the weaker one might eat less than the required dry matter.
That is true, but what we do is you make several feeding racks, but of course longer, considering that if the animals are friendly, 2 can eat here, but if they are not, 1 will just eat here. So you have to create more feeding space, and then you locate them in different areas, so that such that the greedy one, even if it tries to eat here and runs there, the others also get opportunity to eat.
You are welcome to this pasture seeds production and seed establishment. I think we next would have started from the garden because to prepare hay for livestock production. Just analyzing that deep in the up country, even here our farmers are faced with the challenge of shortage of food, water, just pruning their animals to many diseases. Considering the climatical changes which are uncertain, environment encroachment, poor methods of farming, scarcity of land, farmers are faced with that. So the idea behind is to avail hay for livestock production. Now definitely, just as we are all aware that we don't have many farms for seed production, even the few that are there are very expensive for our local farmers. Even depending on the different localities, some pastures are not found in every part of our country. So we just realized these are the best pastures that can be identified within this location. So here we have this Chloris Guyana. This is it. Then we also have, in our local language, we call it Onyankokore for those who are from Western. Then we have this brocharia. This is it. This is the one we are stepping on. Then we also have this pancam maximum. This one is, sister, you remind me because this is the one. Then lastly we have this setaria, the one they call kachira kambwa in this place. So we managed to identify these for our seed bed. Just as I mentioned, this exhibition, harvesting these seeds, we sun-dried them, we sorted them, they are now ready to be towards the dry season. To ensure these weeds that are coming up, with the help of this moisture, they come up. Then as the first rains are coming, you prepare for the second plowing. And when you are doing that, those weeds that will have come up, they will mix with soil, and at the end they produce manure for the other seeds. Just as I have mentioned, these seeds are very scarce. They are very expensive in the farms where they happen to be. Here 1 kilo of Cross Guyana is around 120,000, which is not simple for these simple farmers of ours, especially in those western parts where land is too scarce. So to ensure that every seed is fully utilized, depending on the size of the garden you have. If it is a big garden, for those who have vast land, they can use tractors. You ensure this machine moves in a straight line. As it moves, the seeds are scattered. But if it is a smaller garden like this one, you can use the method of broadcasting. There, to ensure every seed is properly utilized, you have the ratio is 1 to 1. For instance, if I do like this, I ensure.
Don't finish.
Okay. I ensure I can use this second hand to make sure the measurement is. It's because of this the moisture. At least that's. But before doing this, you have to. They call it. I'm forgetting the term. To first test whether these seeds will germinate after.
It's called seed testing.
Thank you,
put it
sister.
in the nursery bed, and they germinate.
You
then
confirm
it
that
tries.
these seeds will germinate. So you have to ensure you plant when it is still early in the morning or late in the evening to stop these winds to blow the seeds away. So after mixing with this, so you can put some paddocks in your garden to make sure they are evenly distributed. So you will start from like here, then you do like this. Like this, like this. When you reach this side, you
As if you are planting millet.
Yeah. This is what is broadcasting like this, like this. Then when you ensure that don't go back to, maybe you might suspect that here I might not have put, no. So you will just move. Then from there you can use like this stick. You do like this. Ensure these seeds are properly mixed with the soil. It does not go deep, just because the seed is too tiny, so you have to ensure it's fine teeth. So from that, after planting, you carry out weeding, because these weeds can outcompete these seeds of ours. You make sure there are no weeds to outcompete. Then this, like within 3 to 3 months, these seeds will be ready for harvesting. But for the first harvest, you know, the grass will not be too much on the ground. So from there, you can, when these seeds are ready, You can get your goats or these young calf. They go there, they eat. Then as they eat, they will be throwing some cow dung. So that cow dung will be coming out with some seeds.
Yes.
They will just fill these spaces, then your grass is now uniform and it's in plenty.
The economic of this pasture, this grass you're seeing here, it has a large biomass. You understand the biomass, what it is. You harvest little, you're assuming that the little you're seeing, but it has a lot. You get it? More to that, it can control soil erosion. Another thing, it can act as a windbreaker. It can be easily interplanted by other pastures. And before that, if you want to make your garden to be so unique, this is how you're supposed to do. Get your panga. You see these internodes. You count 1, 2, 3. You get it? You make sure you cut from here. Don't cut when you're like this. You cut at this point. From here. From the angle of 45. Get it? You cut like this. You don't cut like it straight like this. As they are bringing the panga, make sure if you're to select your elephant grass, it can be easily planted using vegetative means or by using sprays. You get it? This is whenever you're looking for these stems, make sure you don't look for the old ones. The old ones will appear to be like this. We will have some white sprigs. That one won't germinate. So you dismantle this. You don't use this. This one is very old. It won't germinate. So since this one is our best quality, this is how we are going to do it. You count 1, 2, 3. You don't just cut from here. You come here. Get the point. Bring your panga like this. This is what you're supposed to get. You cut as many as possible. After that, you would have dug your holes. In digging holes, you leave for at least like 1 week, whereby you've applied manure there. Your intention is not allow corrosive to your plants. Then you come. This is the system. This is the system we use to plant. You may ask yourself, why is this one looking this side? Why is this one looking this side? It may depend on your wish, but it will help you. But this system will help you when you're harvesting. This land, I'm going to, as you're seeing here, one of you can come and demonstrate. You can demonstrate how to do what. This is already what? A hole mixed with what? Manure. So you come like this. You practice like this. You also come with this. You plant like this. You get it? And another thing, you don't want it to be affected by what? By weather. Because it will even affect this. So you make it not to do like this for that experience. Maybe another thing, when you're planting, you make sure that these nodes are not facing down for the purpose of for them to be able to get sunlight and light. Get it? So you make sure that they face up. What you do, you make sure that you don't put a lot of soil. If you put a lot of soil, it won't do what? Germinate. You put a thin layer of what? For some farmers who are not so sure with their climatic conditions, you may decide to from top and deep soil on the side. That's right. Meaning that when you've come with your manure, that is the manure you're seeing there. We got it from the other part there. You come with your manure, you make sure you make a ratio of 1 to 1. You get the, you may get a basin. You make a half of it and a half of what? Of manure. You mix them together. You get a point. After then you put in the soil. You don't put the tops. You have make sure you put the topsoil and manure in the hole. You make sure it reaches the same level as you see in this ground. For liberty together. In the same manner, ladies and gentlemen, we want to dedicate this function to the Almighty God so that He can take us to
say?
Amen.
Protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Tenga Julius, good friend. I hail from Canadian Industry and Business. I'm very privileged to be part of this session, and I can bet you anything, I promise I'm going to put it in practice. As veteran said, what shall we do to improve our livestock sector? Mainly, a lot has been done. Rains have come to get the people who are thinking for this nation. Innovations have been brought up, and Honorable Minister, I want to inform you that technology, production and business, we are to be here for 2 weeks. I believe by the time we wrap it all, we are leaving this place with an entrepreneur brain.
I want China purposely to look for some value added machines which can add value to my products which I produce. So when I reached Dr. Kansime, the way how he narrated me on how things can be done, I never slept. Actually, I want to tell you, I never slept because I kept on saying when will it be, or the date when he gave me to come back. Until I went back, I went always all our documents as I represent Nachitoma Dairy Cooperative. We went and we reached there. Him is the director of AFRISA. So until we requested that AFRISA should come to Nachitoma and teach our cooperative. And we all arranged all this, as you see here, with Dr. Kansime, Dr. Bugeza, and my fellow farmer, Major General Mujisha, Major General Nathan Mujisha. And we had also Mr. Nkoyoyo on our hand in hand, talking all the same things which we have to. Unless these people come and teach us. We experience a lot of drought in Nachitoma here. As you see, we have a lot of termites. When it reaches in the dry season, most of the grass are eaten up by termites. So we saw it that if we could get pasture preservation, when we could get pasture preservation, that we can get hay and do all that process which you saw, it would be the best way forward for us in Nachitoma, because wherever we reach drought and we have long drought spell, we cry and we cry. So we wanted to get rid of that crying, and we keep on with continuous capacity of producing milk.
Nachitoma as a sub-county and the district at large, Honourable Minister, we have very many challenges affecting the livestock industry. And one of them is ticks. The ticks are resistant. The more the technology is improving, the more the ticks are also improving. They have come to be resistant to the drugs which are available on the market. This is a very big challenge, Honourable Minister. We appeal to your ministry to make a research. You don't know what is happening. You get portrait, once you put there a tick, it will get out enjoying the life. You add on the dose, the same. You dilute,
it enjoys because dancing. We are wondering what is happening. Another challenge to our farmers are the termites. You leave your clothes today here tonight, you will find it eaten. Anything which goes down becomes a problem. When it comes to a drought, it's worse. So termites is also a very big challenge to our farmers in this area. As we adopt this new technology, you see things are not very easy to adopt. I want to tell you, even the learners who are here, you may find when it comes to implementation, it becomes a challenge. That's why we even brought these young ones, because the aging group may fail to adopt, but these younger ones will help to make sure that this hay production goes ahead. Likewise, when Dr. Kasim and his colleagues brought this light of hay, with a few, we adopted it, including myself. We disturbed him in his offices. He asked the literature, bring this, we did it. And that's why we are here. We are sure this new technology will help our farmers to improve the production of milk and also our animals.
Honorable Minister, I want to bring to your attention that these people sat and agreed to let you understand that livestock as a subsector, we have other challenges. And apart from what we have tackled, that is hay production, which will feed into the answer to feed shortage, we still have to innovate other means. Because if you can plant your grasses and it rains, you can't make hay. Therefore, we need other trainings which are related to hay making, like silage training. And we request that if your ministry can be able to support us, to also have or support AFRISA, which is under Makerere, to also train us in silage making, it would make us very.
Our leaders in Makerere University, particularly Professor John David Kawasa, who is seated here with you, this is part of a bigger picture for seeing how can we improve our income, how can we have more youth come out of street, be employed, how can we commercialize agriculture, how can we improve pastoral systems, how can we help our people produce more milk, more beef, and how can we transform the communities that serve us in Kampala, send food in Kampala. So it's a part of a bigger program and an innovation for commercialization, as we saw on our poster, commercialization of agriculture, improvement of pastoral systems, increased livestock productivity and community development, which we know is dear to your heart. Before you, I was honored by the Global Knowledge Initiative because of this work we have been doing in the country. And they gave me a title, African Food Security Challenger 2013. I traveled to United States and was honored. I felt good, Honorable Minister, appearing in US press and TVs and newspapers, and it gave me a motivation to move on. And this shows that if also we could tap up on the innovations of many people, possibly we could have more advancement. And when I traveled to United States, they gave me an opportunity to tell them what can they do for me, first of all, because of the passion, and for the system I work for. Then I remembered when we started AFRISA, which you know very well, the people of Nachitoma, through Dr. Bugeza, they came to our office and they wanted a partnership. And we went through all the process and we developed an MOU. And I asked them, unless you have a problem, how can we as Makerere University engage with you? So they went back and did a needs assessment, a baseline survey, and they came up with a project. And in that project, when we looked through, their biggest challenge was feed. And it was very clear that if we have to intervene in Nachitoma, feed must come very fast. It's coupled with, one time I wanted to start a zero grazing, a small enterprise in Kampala where I stay. I happen to have a small portion where I could have a cow stand. But because of lack of feed for it, I could not proceed. So when I was given an opportunity to ask the donors, they arranged about 70 professors and heads of organizations, Rockefeller, Bill Gates. Those two incidences came very fast in my mind. I remembered in Nachitoma, they had written a proposal. It was about feed. I had taken that proposal to everywhere. Wherever they said this can help, I had taken that proposal there. And I had not gotten a response. Those two incidences made me think that if we could have innovations in improving pastoral systems, innovations in commercializing of agriculture, particularly for beef and milk, would make a contribution to Uganda. And I told them, they said, okay, go and write a project